I was trying to make school fun to distract the children. Those same late rains that had kept the mountains green had also ruined the fall harvest. And I'd begun to see real hunger in some of the small faces around me. Would you like to go inside with me? Oh, Miss Alice, welcome back. How was Catalicci?
As always, the children are a miracle.
Were you able to meet Dr. Ferrand? Did you tell him about what we discussed?
I did. Run along, Maddie. Dr. Ferrand cannot spare us any money at all.
We're on our own. With Miss Ida tending to family affairs in Boston and Ruby May helping with the cooking, we had more leftovers of the mission. I'd learned how hard it was to convince our neighbors to accept help. But I wasn't about to let children go hungry.
Beautiful morning.
Did you sleep well?
Oh, I was a bit preoccupied. And I thought I heard sounds in the night. As if someone was crying.
Oh, that was nothing. I was...
He does not have to tell me.
I was homesick. It's silly, I know. I mean, I'm a grown woman.
Even grown women get homesick.
But it is not a real hardship, not like the O'Teals.
You know, homesickness is seldom a fatal disease. But if it makes you cry, it is real. Perhaps it's time for a visit home.
No. No. There's far too much to do here. The trick is to keep busy and not think about it. All right, who can tell me what hymn do we sing that has special meaning on Thanksgiving? I know. Becky, together, yes. Very good. Let's practice.
We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. He changes and makes.
Continue. Is that a duck call, Miss Alice?
No, indeed, it is for turkeys. The pastor in Catalicci says it never fails to attract turkeys.
You want to attract turkeys?
Yes, Miss Huddleston. To hunt them. Along with most of Cutter Gap, I hope, I am organizing a contest. Where I grew up, in Pennsylvania, it is a Thanksgiving tradition. The neighbors hunt together, well, the men, that is, and they share whatever game they find. Fewer go hungry.
If everybody in the cove shares, the poorest won't feel it's charity. Even the O'Teals.
Precisely. The hunt should benefit all. And the prize for the largest turkey shall be my father's saddle.
That saddle means so much to you, Miss Alice.
To what better end could I put it?
I've been racking my brain for a way to feed more people. You're a genius, Miss Alice.
No, hardly, Miss Huddleston. Miss Huddleston? Miss Huddleston!
Oh, I can't believe you're here.
Neither can I. There was no buggy to hire at the station. I was lucky to get directions.
Oh, but why didn't you write or call? We have a telephone now.
I wanted to surprise you, little miss.
Well, come here. Come here. Miss Alice, I don't know if you remember from Asheville. This is William Huddleston, my father.
Welcome, friend. Welcome to Cutter Gap.
The Great Smokies. When I left my city home to be a school teacher at a backwoods mission, I dreamed of adventure. I wasn't ready for the real challenges of life in these mountains. I'd have given up, if not for the children. I came to Cutter Gap to teach, but they show me every day that I am here to learn.
United States made.
Bog? Where's Ben peddling?
Down with the influenza. I'm no official substitute. Something wrong?
It isn't here. I'm expecting a letter from a congregation in Boston. They've built a new church. They're giving us the bell from the old church they tore down. They're even paying to ship it as a donation to our mission.
Shoot, preacher. You mean that thing's yours?
What thing?
A big old bell. I got dropped off the train at El Pano, no address C.
Wonderful. We'll just go down there and fetch it.
She's solid iron. Must weigh down to 1,000 pounds. Nobody ever moved that much weight across this mountain. Your bell is stuck in El Pano for good, preacher.
Preacher, how do the pilgrims know where to land? How they know stabs just wouldn't tackle?
Good question. I'm afraid I'm not an expert in the fine points of pilgrim history.
He's just the substitute teacher.
That's right. But you only have to put up with me for a little while. So that Miss Huddleston can spend the morning with her father. He's come all the way from Asheville.
Is that where our bell comes from?
No. It comes from further away. Massachusetts, which is where I'm from.
Uncle Bob says there's no way to get it here from El Pano. Even if you did, how are you going to get it up there?
Sometimes it's the difficulty of the task that makes it worth doing. If it were easy, it wouldn't mean as much.
What's the big bell sound like?
Imagine the sound of this bell. Only 100 times bigger. So big you can hear it all over the entire cove. The pilgrims came all the way across the ocean because they wanted to find a place to raise their own bell. They didn't know what they'd find when they landed, but they had faith. And faith can move mountains.
It was so wonderful to have my father visiting. He loved meeting all my friends and drinking Fairlight's delicious homemade cider. But I was worried about him. He'd come from Knoxville, where he'd been litigating a difficult case. He'd lost, and he looked so worn out. But Daddy was still interested in everything about Cut a Gap.
It's so like home. We're grateful to the aunt of Mrs. Huddleston for permitting her to come to us.
I remember when Christy was a little girl. She wanted a tree house for the neighborhood children. I put off building it. So she organized those children, and they built it themselves. Fine tree house it was, too.
Well, I'm not surprised. She has ambitious plans for Cut a Gap as well.
Mute and amazed was Alden and listened and looked at Priscilla, thinking he'd never see her.
From the sketches I'd sent my parents in Asheville, my father immediately recognized Little Burl and Creed Allen and Mountie O'Teal.
Care a great deal about them.
I don't know how to describe it. I've never been so happy in my life. That night, my father would meet another portrait from my sketchbook. Oh, Daddy, I was just going to call you.
Well, my appetite did it for you.
Supper should be ready soon.
Oh, we're expecting one more.
Really? Who?
Oh, there he is.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, not at all. Come on in. I'd like you to meet my father, William Huddleston. Daddy, this is Dr. Neil McNeil, one of our local heroes.
Quite local, I'm afraid. Delighted to meet you.
Pleasure.
Here it is. Hot out of the oven. Hot little surprise.
Looks like squirrel, Ruby May.
That is the surprise.
Squirrel.
Tastes just like chicken.
Actually, we're lucky. The harvest was terrible this year. Some in the cove have far less to eat.
Which is why we should be doubly grateful for what we have. Miss Alice, would you say grace?
Dear God, we are thankful for the presence of loved ones, for family, the greatest blessing, and for the food we share with them. May we hold in our hearts those less fortunate. Please help us to appreciate thy gifts and to share them with our neighbors. Amen.
Amen.
Raven, you do the honors for the possum. Let's see who's adventurous tonight.
Is there anything I can get you, Mr. Huddleston?
Please, call me William. I'll call you David.
Thank you, William. I'm glad I found you. I was hoping for a private word.
Yeah?
About Christy. Miss Huddleston.
Yes.
If we were to have an understanding, possibly culminating in...
There you are, William. I was just getting these slides from the saddlebag. They're a fair illustration or research on trachoma. I was going to show Christy. Bet you what's that, Reverend?
Nothing, Doctor. Just marveling at the precision of your timing.
There you all are. What on earth have you been talking about? I thought you went to bed.
Well, I was reading in front of the fire and I fell asleep. What's your excuse, young lady?
So much to read. Silas Marner, Washington's inaugural address, The Myth of Icarus, Grimm's fairy tales. When you teach 12th grades, there's quite a list.
I never realized.
Did that before I came here.
Before you came here, you hardly ever wore your hair out.
Well, it just seemed more teacherly this way.
Yeah, it is very grown up. As you are. I can understand how your minister's so taken.
Well, I'm not too grown up to miss you.
I miss you, too.
I think about you and Mom all the time. About the magnolia tree. About my room. And my teddy bear.
You may be grown up, but you're still my little miss, aren't you? Good night.
Good night, Daddy. I was thrilled to see my father again. But I was still worried about the hard winter ahead and the bleak prospects for Thanksgiving in Cutter Gap. Miss Alice's hunt. Her solution for feeding the hungry had met with mixed reaction. Even the children knew how hard it would be.
How gonna be winning that prize? We ain't seen hide no hair, no turkey. They don't call this Turkey Creek for nothing. Yahoo! Yeah!
Creed Allen chose to hunt with Miss Alice because she was the best shot in all of Cutter
I
Gap.
didn't mean to ask you, ma'am. I hope you catch that prize turkey.
Hush.
We win that prize? How we gonna share that saddle?
First, we must locate and dispatch the turkey creed. I've seen turkeys around here, but I've never hunted them.
No wonder. Our turkey's so small. I ain't never seen one with more meat on it than a squirrel.
Well, there must be larger ones. However, I will admit that I am at a loss to know where they are.
What we need is real tracker. Then we'd have to divide that saddle up 3 ways.
A real tracker. Creed Allen, you are a very bright young man.
Alice, to what do I owe this honor? Except for emergencies and surgery. You haven't been to visit in...
Been a while.
Extraordinary, isn't it? The power people we love have over us, even when they're not there.
Indeed. And how Margaret would enjoy hearing us admit it. I've come to ask a favor.
This is a red letter day.
They mentioned to me once that Dino's a hunter. The best in these 4 states, you said. An expert.
Alice, you shocked me. Never thought you'd be so desperate as to bring in a ringer just to protect your saddle.
This is serious, Neil. Families in this cove will starve this winter. If your ringer can help me find game, he's worth 10 cents.
His name's Billy Long. He keeps to himself. He's not easy to find. Even if I can, he may not want to join your hunt. I'll do my best.
Thank you, Neil.
So where'd that darn bird have got off to? I seen him right over here. At least I thought I did. Sorry.
It don't matter. That old Tom's out here somewheres, and tomorrow, we're gonna be ready for him.
Christy. Sponsored by JCPenney. Looks right. Priced right. Doing it right.
When JCPenney helps you decorate your home, anything goes. Our sheets go with our comforters that go with our drapes. Because JCPenney's unique coordinating system lets you match pattern to pattern and item to item. So whether you go with the elegant styles of classic traditions or the bold colors of by design, our exclusive brands not only give you a lot for your money, but towels that go with your shower curtain, that go with your bathroom.
JCPenney, doing it right.
We took the scent of country wildflowers and brought it to life. Introducing Glade Plug-ins Nightlight in a new design and fresh new scent.
Plug it in, plug it in.
45 days of freshness, new Plug-ins Nightlight.
Plug it in.
I love eggs from my head down to my legs.
1989 government research shows eggs have 22% less cholesterol than we thought.
Ooh, you gotta love it, the incredible, edible egg.
Now on video, the greatest film of all time, Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's the classic story of a beautiful princess, the evil queen who would stop at nothing to destroy her.
Poison apple.
And the seven dwarfs who came to the rescue. Now you can finally own all the magic of Walt Disney's masterpiece, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And now, when you buy Snow White on video, you can save up to $15 from Walt Disney and Pillsbury. See store for details.
Today, Dave Ryan will understand the benefits of a little extra protection. Today, Brady Blackwell will come to appreciate a shatter-resistant shampoo bottle. Today, for the first time in years, Sheila Connor's grandpa will be able to walk with less pain. Today will be a better day for a lot of people, simply because of a material we call plastic.
So Janie was playing a molecule in the school play, and I start coughing. Everyone's staring. Fortunately, somebody handed me these cough drops, Robitussin. I didn't even know they made cough drops. Well, they worked on my cough right away, soothed my throat, and I could feel those vapors. I'm glad Robitussin took the spotlight off me and put it where it belonged.
Robitussin cough drops from the cough experts. And try Robitussin Liquid Center cough drops with a soothing liquid center.
She's the most watched woman in the world.
That's enough.
But you've never seen her like this. Exclusive footage and secrets from a palace insider. A special eye-to-eye tonight.
A Disney holiday holiday treat for the whole family. The world's greatest skaters celebrate Disney music and magic in a dazzling 2-hour ice spectacular. All-stars Nancy Kerrigan, Paul Wiley, Katarina Witt, Scott Hamilton, and teen sensation Michelle Kwan. Start your evening with Disney's greatest hits on ice Friday.
If you have a friend or loved one who is winning the battle against alcohol or drug addiction, then you truly know the meaning of Thanksgiving. Share your gratitude.
You cannot expect them to come just because you call them. You've got to roust them out.
Just the approach I'd expect from you, Doctor.
Hey, you're not going to get nothing arguing like a bunch of women. Present company accepted, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, this here...
I think.
Turkey call was handed down to me by Creed's great-granddaddy.
Best to let the young ones grow up and breed. More to eat in the long run.
Mr. Billy Long, I presume.
You're the best hunter I ever seen.
We are greatly in need of thy talents.
Well, I know where some places might be with some game, but it's hard to get to, and might not be anything there.
Anything and everything will be a godsend, sir.
Miss Alice had found a skillful ally, and Creed had found a hero.
Can you think of anything else? David's mother sent some candy from Boston. I thought maybe the O'Teal children would like it.
I don't think so.
But why not?
Because this is too much. Now, I know you bought it with your own pay and all, and it's yours to give. You got a good heart, but this, it'll shame Swanee O'Teal.
Fairlight, her children are starving.
And that shames her enough. Any more and she won't be able to go on. Now, maybe you can get her to take the beans and the cornmeal.
Well, that won't be enough.
She'll make it last. And when that's gone, then maybe you can get her to take some more. But if you take this all to her now, she'll turn it down.
Thank you, Fairlight. I'll take the beans and the cornmeal over after school.
Miss Christy says if they got horses, carriages, and Nashville. But I don't believe it.
Well, it's true. They're called automobiles, but only rich people can afford to buy them.
Have you ever rode in one?
I have.
With Miss Christy?
No, Miss Christy wasn't any older than you are, Mountie. But she flat out refused to ride in that automobile. She said it was noisy and dirty and a horse was better. And she was right. That automobile never went more than 5 miles an hour and it broke down about every 10 feet. The horse was faster.
Are you telling tales on me?
No, just a little history lesson.
Uh-huh.
We'll pay you back for all this here food. Every red cent comes Friday.
That is not necessary.
We'll pay you.
Mountie, where are your shoes?
Oh, she went and pulled them off again. Little one, you're gonna be the death of me. You already had the croup 3 times this fall.
Mountie, you have to keep your shoes on. If you're cold, it's easier to get sick.
Shoes hurt. They're her brothers. She done worn hers flat out, and George's old one's still too big for her.
I know she told me at school. But look what I have here. They're almost new.
They be from the mission barrels. We can't take them. Nathan won't allow it.
They are from the mission barrels, but Mountie won them fair and square. She finished her spelling test before anyone else, and all her words were correct. I promised you there'd be a prize, didn't I? Really, Mrs. O'Teal, she earned them. How about that? A perfect fit.
Do you see him yet? We're not gonna see him with them branches growing out of your head. They're not growing out of my head. I don't want to scare him off, Saul. You think a walking tree ain't gonna scare him? Wait up for me! Where'd he go this time? He didn't get past us. I know that much. Maybe he flew away. He can't fly. Can he? Wait! Wait up! Whoa!
Mr. Huddleston, thank you, but this is unnecessary.
I like to keep busy.
I, too, find it hard to rest. It's a lovely spot for it, though.
Christy writes about you often. She says you're an inspiration.
Well, she's young. But she's made a fine beginning here.
You love this place, too? Same as my daughter does.
I was imagining spring. When the mountains bloom, the most joyous are the flowering trees. Dogwood, redbud, azalea.
The winter is going to be very hard here.
Well, it's hard in the best of circumstances, but at present, we haven't any seed corn to plant next year's crop.
There must be seed somewhere. Like in Wire Asheville, or even Atlanta.
I can see where Christy gets her optimism. Thank you, but even if you found some, neither our mission nor our neighbors could afford to pay for it. No, we must concentrate on finding game for the winter.
So you were imagining spring trying to make it arrive sooner by the sheer force of your will.
I suppose I was.
You're looking mighty pleased with yourself.
I got Mountie a pair of shoes today. I know it doesn't sound like much, but the small victories that count.
It's not such a small victory.
Daddy, there's so many more to be won. Better hygiene, adult education classes, college preparation. Did I tell you that Zadie Spencer is a genius at mathematics?
Christy.
And the women's handicrafts are worth far more than they know.
I heard from your mother before I left Knoxville. She got your letter about not coming home for Thanksgiving. She treasures that holiday.
I can't leave. Some of our neighbors don't know where their next meal's coming from. And their children don't have a lunch to bring to school. I can't come home right now, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure your mother will understand
Then
that.
I'll write to her. I'll try to be home for Christmas.
Christy, listen to me. Maybe you shouldn't get so involved with this place, with these people.
But I want to be involved. That's why I'm here.
Don't misunderstand. They're good people. And Miss Alice is a wonder, but life... is so hard here. I don't want you to be hurt by it. Or disappointed.
Daddy, the children never disappoint me. They lift me up. They make any hardship worthwhile. I promise you. That's what I have to make Mother see.
I don't think you should write to her. I think we should telephone her.
Oh, but we've never called further than El Paso. David said it's very complicated, something about trunk lines.
All you need is a good operator. And the right lawyer to negotiate with.
Don't seem possible. The wires could put up. I know they're going up with other wires. Reckon they could reach all the way over North Carolina. But how can anybody hear through them? Like magic.
No, it's not, Zach. It's science. A telephone machine turns your voice into an electrical impulse. It's like a tiny bolt of lightning. Now, it travels at fantastic speed through the wire, and the machine turns it into your voice again at the other end.
That's a right powerful machine. Who figured out how to make it?
A brilliant and persistent man called Alexander Graham Bell, who also happened to be a Scotsman. Took him many years of his life.
Dr. McNeil was a scientist. He trusted facts. For Fairlight, feelings and intuition were far more real. Jeb will be back today.
Oh, I ain't fretting. He's just been gone a week. Last year he was gone over a month, and that's when we got so scared. He's fine.
Well, the weather's nicer this year. And you said he's renting a better wagon.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just an old worrywart.
Fairlight's husband was overdue, and she knew he had with him all the cash from the sale of their homemade honey.
All right. Step down real slow.
Get up and at 'em Friday, because JCPenney opens extra early for store-wide doorbuster savings. Save an additional 10% on select sale items between 7:30 and 11 a.m. Friday only during the after Thanksgiving sale at JCPenney.
People, they climb in with cold feet, then sing.
Oh, I hear you, but I got men leaving toothpaste all over me.
And then they use soft scrub. I mean, it cleans up one mess, but can leave another.
Oh, gritty residue.
Takes so long to rinse away.
They gotta try new Dow Smart Scrub. Smart Scrub has 100% water-soluble baking soda, so it cleans as well without the gritty residue.
Smart.
Dow Smart Scrub Cleanser with baking soda.
Smart enough to clean up after itself.
This cream cheese, it will win first prize with my secret ingredient. Paste picante sauce ain't no secret. I use paste in my queso dip. Just add paste to Velveeta cheese spread and microwave. Shoot, paste picante sauce will line up any dip. I got a secret ingredient. That stuff made in New York City. New York City!
Pick up your party dips. Pick up the pace.
That's one secret you ought to keep the lid on.
The Nissan Altima offers extraordinary acceleration, steering response, and braking. We think you'll find it reassuring on those days when it seems like everyone's out to get you. The Nissan Altima. Now lease the Altima GLC for $750 and $239 a month for 36 months.
Get up and at 'em Friday, because JCPenney opens extra early for store-wide doorbuster savings. Save an additional 10% on select sale items between 7:30 and 11 a.m. Friday only during the after Thanksgiving sale at JCPenney.
Christy will continue.
Don't panic, but the official Christmas shopping season has begun.
Find out what to buy and where to buy it.
Tomorrow on CBS This Morning, breakfast for your head.
Dr. Mike discovers an unusual illness. I believe you have a growth. And the patient her best friend.
It's just because I care about it. That was private.
Now, both face a decision that could destroy their friendship.
I know this sounds extreme, but at least it'll prolong your life. I'm not a percentage. I'm a person.
A controversial Dr. Quinn, Saturday.
This is CBS.
What you want? I want a toy store as big as. It should have all the newest toys and lots of them. Orchard gifts. A toy store should never, ever, ever close. And I should save a bundle.
What you want? Is it Meijer Toy City? Friday only, take 20% off Fisher-Price toys in the toy department with savings certificates from the Meijer Thanksgiving Day ad. And get Mattel remote-controlled Dance and Twirl Barbie just $38.99.
What you want? Meijer. Get to Waccamaw between 7 and 9 Friday morning and you'll get an extra 15% off this spatula. How about an extra 15% off this pillow, and this vase, and these flowers, and this wicker chair, and this toaster? Oh, what the heck? Get in here by 9 a.m. Friday, and you'll get an extra 15% off everything at Waccamaw. All day, even sale items, 15%, just for getting in here by 9 a.m. It's Waccamaw's early bird sale, but this time the early bird gets the electric bread machine, and a lovely walk over here, and a Cuisinart. Do you like these?
At 7 a.m. on Friday, come to Venture, because from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. we're having 3-hour specials. Fruit of the Loom sweats, crews, or pants, 2 for $9. Men's quilted flannel shirts, only $10.88. And this diamond tennis bracelet and earrings are only $174.99 each. Friday morning, 7 to 10 a.m. The 3-hour specials at Venture. A good time to do your Christmas shopping.
Shoppers on your mark, get set. Indiana retailers are ready for you at 11.
Mama didn't sound upset last night. I hope she understands about Thanksgiving.
She's disappointed, but she'll live through it. Have a good day at school.
What are you doing today?
Well, Miss Alice invited me to go hunting, but a city boy like me would only slow her down. Seems I'm going to inspect a church bell instead.
Have a good time.
I intend to. Not the size, it's the weight. Need a block and tackle to raise her. A freight wagon with reinforced wheels.
It would sink in the first mud hole. We'd have to use a sled.
And that might work if you had enough men.
I can't ask them. Struggling to get ready for this winter. I prayed so hard we could do this. But Uncle Bob was right. It would take a miracle.
So I've come to you now with an awesome crop of men. Led by good men in truth. Miles Standish, Captain of Plymouth. If the great Captain of Plymouth is so very eager to wed me, why doesn't he come to take the trouble and woo me? Because he's too chicken-hearted. He is not. He is.
Little girl, creep. That is not funny. All right, you're all dismissed for the day. Be careful going home. Good night. What's up, honey? Are you cold, Fairlight? Would you like to go inside for a lesson?
I'm fine. Let's just sit here.
Where were we?
It's Jeb Spencer. Whoa. Jeb, are you all right? What happened?
Except for this knot on my head. Some boys jumped me. One must have hit me with the pistol.
At least they didn't get your horse. He's over there.
She ain't mine. She's hired. If I don't catch her, I'll owe for that, too.
Come on, David, let's get that horse.
Really?
Caroline's fears had come true. The Spencer family would have to endure the loss of a year's income. Creed Allen's hero worship of the great hunter Billy Long continued unabated. Creed followed Billy everywhere, and they were inseparable.
You gotta know that it's not good enough just to know where to look for them. You gotta learn their character. You gotta get a feeling for them. You gotta think like a turkey.
What's turkey think about?
Not much. But that's the secret. Hmm?
Look what Billy caught!
Mr. Long, you're a man of impressive skills.
He's gonna teach me how to make a fish basket of my own. I found some berries for war paint when I play Big Chief necessary. You don't eat berries, you some dirty Indian. You throw mud in your face.
Creed Allen, that was an unfortunate and unfounded remark. Now, I know for a fact that Miss Huddleston has taught you to think more clearly than that. How do you arrive at the conclusion that Indians are dirty?
They're savages, Miss Dallas.
Oh, I see. And why is that?
Everybody knows it. You go around getting drunk, stealing people's food. Sneaky.
Has he ever met an Indian?
No, ma'am. Don't care to.
Yes, I think you have, son. I'm Cherokee.
Uh-huh. And I'm Big Chief Massasoit.
Remember that hunting and fishing we did? That's the Cherokee way. Sneaky.
But you can't be. You ain't wild. You don't look like no Indian.
Whoa, just part Cherokee.
You're a half-breed?
Quarter. My grandfather was full-blooded Cherokee. His name was Longfeather. My father only used part of his name.
Was lying heathen, trying to make out he wasn't no savage.
Oh, he wasn't ashamed, son. He kept the old ways he learned from his father, just like his father before him. They lived quietly. And I'll tell you what, if we get that prize turkey, my Indian grandfather's spirit will whisper in your ear.
No.
Yes.
I ain't going hunting no dirty Indian. Not ever.
Creed's prejudice saddened Miss Alice, and me. But I think the person it made most unhappy was Creed himself.
Your life.
I got robbed. All the cash from the honey, they took it. The wagon's wrecked. We'll pay for that, too.
You're alive. That's the important thing. I shouldn't have let you go. I knew something was going to happen.
We got no money now. Nothing to fall back on.
We'll be all right. We'll make it through the winter somehow. We'll be all right.
We'll
do such a thing.
Now, Jib said he didn't think they were criminals, just desperate men. Families are... starving.
You all right, sir?
Fine, just tired. That horse of Jib's. Talk about a stubborn animal. Reminds me of me.
Daddy! 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 Wait! Somebody help me! Get Dr. McNeil! Somebody help!
To find just the right gift, you have to look in just the right place.
Let's get a bathrobe. A bathrobe.
JCPenney, doing it right.
You go that way.
You'll find the right styles, sizes, and colors
What about Doug?
Something that's right for everyone.
Gift certificate.
Plus an easy way to shop right at home. And even if you do get it wrong,
It's the cow.
we have 1,300 stores to make it right.
Done.
JCPenney, doing it right.
You know, American Express has this new card out, and they act like as soon as you get one, you'll spend your days arranging flowers someplace grand, where everything smells like potpourri. I mean, come on. A credit card is a tool. You pick a hammer based on how well it hammers. You pick a credit card based on how useful it is. And no credit card is more useful than MasterCard, because no card is more accepted. I mean, you can use MasterCard at 3 times more places than American Express, so you can use it for groceries or sheetrock or trips to Sweden and pretty much anything else you need, even flower arrangements. MasterCard is more than a credit card. It's smart money.
Night, Murphy. Presents in the morning.
It's time for the McDonald's Holiday Film Fest, featuring The Land Before Time.
Come on, follow me.
Fievel Goes West. Field of Dreams and Back to the Future, each just $5.99 with the purchase of any large sandwich or extra value meal. And each video includes a mail-in rebate offer for Jurassic Park. The McDonald's Holiday Film Fest. 4 all family favorites for the favorites in your family.
Switching to MCI over the phone might be a bad call.
I got a phone call from MCI recommending that they had a great program with lots of savings of money. They made it sound real good, and that was the reason I gave them a chance.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
You get a bill and you're going, well, gee, where's the savings here?
No wonder over half the AT&T customers who switch to MCI over the phone come back within 6 months. So why bother?
I'm going to stick with AT&T.
Your true voice.
The new Chrysler Cirrus has an advanced 24-valve V6. Its cab-forward design conveniently provides room for 5 and a vast array of new technology. It has dual airbags and advanced rail-through construction for superior handling and quietness. Chrysler Cirrus. While its name is derived from the heavens, one of the best reasons to own one is very down to earth. Chrysler Cirrus. It's not just a step above, it's the new plateau.
Saturday,
Surrogate motherhood. Who's going to step forward and volunteer?
which Mrs. Buchanan will have Delilah's baby?
May I come in? Uh-oh.
Then, do real men join the ballet?
No way. We're going to stand on a stage wearing tree limbs on our heads.
I could show you some sturdy adult men.
All new Hearts of Fire and the 5 Mrs. Buchanan Saturday.
It's Lucky Monday on CBS, and you know what that means.
Well, you know what they say. When the cat's away, the mouse gets drunk and goes looking for hookers.
It's all your favorite Monday shows in a night of lucky breaks, chance encounters, and forbidden love.
I like that color on you. It brings out the blue in your eyes.
Thanks. Lucky Monday on CBS. Comedy that can't miss. Monday.
It's the wedding you waited 20 years for. Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man. And this time, nothing.
Our bionics are breaking down.
Nothing. Steve is in that compound. Waste them. Will keep them from a honeymoon you'll never forget.
It's okay, she's my fiance.
Lee Majors, Lindsay Wagner, Bionic Ever After, Tuesday.
This is CBS.
This Friday and Saturday adventure. It's the 2-day after Thanksgiving sale. 2 days of savings throughout the store. This Friday and Saturday for just $10, you can pick up a mini electronic keyboard, universal remote, AM/FM cassette stereo, a GE clock radio, a Barbie camera, a VCR tape rewinder, your choice, just $10. Or a halogen lamp for only $19.77. And from 7 to 11 a.m. this Saturday, seniors get an extra 10% off. It's the 2-day after Thanksgiving sale adventure. This Friday and Saturday only.
No payments till 96, no interest till 96 if you buy Mitsubishi now at ABC Warehouse. Get this Mitsubishi 45-inch stereo big screen TV with picture-in-picture just $22.98.
The Notre Dame Federal Credit Union Visa Classic Card. Within your reach. Become a part of the tradition of excellence with a Visa Classic Card. Call 288-NDCU.
We'll show you the true meaning of Thanksgiving tonight at 11.
Christy, your father has suffered a stroke. He's still unconscious. I think it'd be wise to send for your mother.
Is he going to die?
I don't know.
They telephoned from El Pano. Somebody in Raven Gap needs the doc bad. There's a baby sick.
You go on, Neil. We'll keep watch. That's all anyone can do here.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
That night was the longest of my life. I sat by my father and held his hand, but he never opened his eyes. Dawn in the mountains always filled me with hope. But when the sun finally came up, I still felt lost in the dark.
Daddy, it's morning.
Do you remember what you used to tell me when I was a little girl? Every sunrise makes the world new again.
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea.
I reckon today's gonna be the same as yesterday. No school.
I say we teach our own selves. Look, I can play Miles Standish.
Ooh, the terrible craze, but sweet with the smell of gunpowder.
Now you be quiet, Creed Allen. There's sickness at the mission. If you gotta talk, you can pray for Miss Christy's dad.
That is an excellent idea. Why don't we all bow our heads?
Holy Jehoshaphat.
That is not a prayer, Zach.
I know, but preacher, look. That sure is a fine lady. Is she a queen?
I think she's Miss Christy's mom.
Where's Christy? She hasn't slept in 2 nights. I advise her to lie down.
Mother?
I'm so glad you're here.
Don't sugarcoat it, Eddie. Tell me the truth.
William's condition is grave. He may not regain consciousness. If he does, there could be serious damage, possibly irreversible.
But there must be something you can do.
Hush, darling.
I'm afraid nothing can be done.
No, you're wrong. I know you are.
If we're lucky, he could improve enough to be moved to Asheville, where you could nurse him. Or you might consider a convalescent home.
Mother, wait for Dr. McNeil. He should be back soon. He'll know what to do. He won't just give up, I promise you.
Physician, darling. Please let us alone.
But you don't know Dr. McNeil. I've seen him work miracles.
Christy, I'm not interested in discussing country doctors at this moment. Now, please do as I ask.
How is he?
No change.
I brought some herbs. Grandam Spencer used to brew them in a tea. It'll soothe him when he wakes up.
I'm certain he'll appreciate it. Is Mr. Spencer well? Blows to the head can be dangerous. He hasn't had any dizziness or fainting spells since his return.
No, he's fine. Miss Alice, I know it ain't the time to be asking, but I got to. Is there any more work for me to do here or chores that Jeb could take off the...
Our mission is, we're short of funds at present. Miss Spencer, I have a little. Perhaps we could arrange a loan.
No. We can't go into debt right now. Thank you, though.
Then allow me to pay for the herbs.
Grandam Spencer would never take no money for her healing. She said it was a gift from the Lord. And don't you fret. Jeb and me, we're gonna be just fine. We got each other. We'll be all right.
She is treating me like a child.
Perhaps it comforts her to think of you that way. Just now, my mother's terribly worried about that father.
I cannot stand by and watch my father slip away.
You can love him. And pray for him. What news from Raven Gap?
Pneumonia, brought on by influenza. Little Maud Tucker. She pulled through, though she'll be fine.
Thanks to their skill.
I rode all night to get back. Where's William?
About the same. Mrs. Huddleston has arrived with their family physician, Dr. Edward Brandt.
Well, good. We'll be able to get the complete medical history.
Neil, Mrs. Huddleston does not wish thee to attend her husband.
Does Christy agree?
It is not her decision.
It's late. Did Mr. Grantling keep you all after school? These are for your daddy. We just want you to know how much we hope he gets better.
We've been praying for him. Real hard. I said the Lord's Prayer 26 times.
Thank you, Sam Houston. Thank you all. Mama, you all right?
I'm fine. I've just been making plans. As soon as your father's well enough to travel, we're going to take the first train back to Asheville. I'm sure he's going to be up to it soon.
Of course he will. Neil, Dr. McNeil will probably come back today.
That subject is closed. We discussed that, Christy.
No. We haven't. You wouldn't listen to me. Mama, Dr. McNeil saves lives. I've seen him.
Christy. I know you think the world of your Dr. McNeil. Certainly seems so from your letters. But I cannot believe that any man who would practice medicine in this godforsaken place would be capable of helping your father.
Just talk to him, please.
Christy, this is hard for me. Dr. Brandt has given his opinion. All we can do now is wait and see. I choose to be optimistic. However, I believe we're all going to be together Thanksgiving. It'll be wonderful having you home again.
Of course, I'll come for a while.
Your father has missed you so terribly. It's going to do him a world of good to be able to see you every day. I really can't do without you right now. Well, I'm going to go wash my face to renew my outlook, as Aunt Eugenia used to say. Won't be long.
Yes, Mama. I'm not letting you go. Do you hear me? You have too much to do. You have to give me away at my wedding. You have to be my partner for the first dance. You have to hold your grandchildren. You have to play lions and tigers with them in front of their lives. You have to let them get oatmeal all over your nest. Daddy, it's not time for you to go. Daddy, come back to us, please.
Christy, sponsored by Cotton Incorporated, for America's cotton producers. Cotton, the fabric of our lives.
With trusting eyes, the children show minds open, hearts true, our spirits grow. The touch, the feel, the fabric of our lives. The touch, the feel, our feel, the fabric of our lives.
When JCPenney helps you decorate your home, anything goes. Our sheets go with our comforters that go with our drapes. Because JCPenney's unique coordinating system lets you match pattern to pattern and item to item. So whether you go with the elegant styles of classic traditions or the bold colors of by design, our exclusive brands not only give you a lot for your money, but towels that go with your shower curtain, that go with your bathroom.
JCPenney, doing it right. That's it. We're through. I don't find you attractive. Truth is, you make me uncomfortable, so this relationship is over. Finito. I've got something new in my life.
New moisture recovery from Lubriderm with alpha hydroxy. It exfoliates old skin, adding nourishing moisture to the skin beneath.
So, move over, baby.
Oh.
Starting now, I'm into a whole new skin. And don't even think about coming back.
New moisture recovery from Lubriderm for the skin you'd rather be in.
To show you how much softer and thicker new Kleenex tissues are, I'm going to pull a pillow out of this box. So how soft are they? See for yourself. New Kleenex tissues. Softer, thicker, better.
There's hair, and there's hair with style. To get it, you need the right elements. Salon Selectives, interlocking formulas you've put together for hair with style. Salon Selectives, select your elements of style.
Hon, try this toothpaste for your sensitive teeth.
No way. My dentist wants me to use Sensodine, remember?
This is Sensodine. Sensodine with baking soda. Well?
No pain. And I love that clean feeling.
Sensodine, now with baking soda.
Where is it written that men should always get the back-breaking, sweaty jobs? Is it stamped into a man's genetic code that he will paint houses, fix carburetors, and move furniture? Maybe a guy would rather just stay home and iron pants. Yeah, right. 100% cotton shirts and pants that are wrinkle-free. Haggar, stuff you can wear.
Tonight, come on over to Dave's for Thanksgiving.
I made 2 cherry pies and a pumpkin pie.
With Dave's mom and Richard Simmons on an all-new Late Show.
Baste me.
Frank Sinatra's duet sold over 5 million and earned him a Grammy. Join music's biggest stars, U2's Bono, Gloria Estefan, Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, Neil Diamond, Patti LaBelle, Willie Nelson, Aretha Franklin, John Cicada, and more for the musical event of the year. Sinatra Duets, Friday on CBS.
Is that cool?
William's room. The flowers the children brought the other day were so lovely.
Christy tells me he sat up last night.
Yeah. He's improving every day. Dr. Brandt left for Asheville this morning. He'll be back next week to visit William, of course. It's a matter of time now till we can all go home. I'm sorry. You've been so kind. I sound ungrateful. I should be thanking you.
Because we were thankful for thy daughter.
When I first received Christy's letters, I was jealous of you. She's my only child. She seems to feel so close to you.
My only child is also a daughter, Margaret.
Oh. Does Margaret live near here?
I'm not certain where she's living. I haven't heard from her in quite some time.
I'm sorry to be taking Christy home. I have no choice. Her father needs her. I need her.
Mrs. Huddleston?
My name is Julia.
Julia, has thee thought about what Christy needs?
Meaning your mission? I would have thought the reverse was true.
I meant that the children need her. And I believe she needs them. She has a gift, Julia. But her work here has only begun.
The attorneys agreed that the most important fact of their case against the steamship company is the small number of lifeboats aboard the Titanic, tragically inadequate for a vessel carrying thousands of passengers. Are you tired, Daddy? Would you like me to stop?
No. I like hearing
About the law? I know.
your voice.
The White Star Line would not comment, except to say that it was not negligent in the case of the Titanic.
Well, that's tearful reading. Lawsuits and shipwrecks do not make the best medicine, darling. You put the newspaper away. Hello, my love. Brought these to brighten your room. You are looking much better.
To my mother, I would always be a little girl. How could I go back to Asheville and be that person again? Yet how could I stay here and desert my father? My dilemma was small compared to the life and death problems of Cut a Gap, which preoccupied even the children.
That bird thinks he's smarter than us. I think he is, too. I don't think we're gonna win that prize. I know. Don't got no horse for that saddle anyway. Maybe if we dress up like bears, we could scare that turkey. We better think of something else. Yeah.
How's the hunt?
Oh, the game is trickling in. Sam Houston and Little Burl claim they've seen a prize-winning tom turkey. They may win on imagination alone.
I may be late tonight, Alice.
Going to El Pano to see about the bell?
No. You have the right idea. It's more important to help these people. If I can't get them seed corn, at least I can help them get ready for winter. Patch cabins and chop firewood. They'll keep me busy. I won't think so much.
About Miss Huddleston's departure?
I can't believe she's really going, Alice. Keep hoping a miracle will happen and she'll be able to stay.
Yes. I keep trying to visualize that bell on the top of that steeple.
Our neighbors don't need a bell. They need the game your hunt will provide. In my two hands.
I'm meeting Billy Long up on Pebble Mountain today. We could use that help if they would care to join us.
No, ma'am. Reckon not.
Very well. I trust he will have a productive afternoon.
Seven and 3, what does that make?
2.
Correct. But we can't write 10 because we don't have enough room. So we put the 0 right here, and we carry the 1. Carry means we put the 1 right here, and we add it to this column.
See, carry the 1.
You can eat your lunch now and work those figures later.
I'll work them now.
Don't you have any lunch, George?
Sure, I just ain't hungry. Try to get my dolly for that. Don't need her. Already got one.
Mountie, I have some cornbread.
No, thank you.
Oh, it's got honey on it.
I can't. I got the tray for it.
All right. You can trade me your doll, but I don't have a pocket to put her in, so you'll have to keep her for me. Can you do that?
Yes, teacher.
I think she's worth some milk, too.
Well, we tried. Sure wish we'd caught that dog. We've never seen one that big. Sam Houston. You gotta stop jabbering about it. Sam Houston! Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I believe I am. Get him! Get him! Yeah! Get him! No problem! Make that bird circle after all!
With wrinkled brows, the old has singing, deep sorrow, great joy. What does it mean? The touch, the feel, the fabric of our life. The touch, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our life.
The Nissan Altima offers extraordinary acceleration, steering response, and braking. We think you'll find it reassuring on those days when it seems like everyone's out to get you. The Nissan Altima. Now lease the Ultimate GLC for $750 and $239 a month for 36 months.
Here's a few tips on making a more effective business presentation from JCPenney.
Open with a dramatic statement by Worthington and make sure your materials are carefully coordinated.
Continue to hold everyone's attention with Stafford. Looks smart and well polished.
Then throw in a few surprising statistics.
Close with Stafford and Worthington.
And you'll walk away knowing you've made an impressive presentation.
Doing it right.
Next. Now, why should we let you in?
Well, I spent my life avoiding sin.
Including gluttony? Roll the film game.
Here you are, consuming an entire bag of movie theater buttered popcorn.
No, wait. That's light popcorn.
New movie theater butter light from Orville Redenbacher. A big buttery taste.
And it has no more fat than other lights.
Our mistake. Proceed.
New Redden Butter's light. It only tastes sinful.
Nobody's perfect.
Wrong answer. No matter how old your furniture may be, keep it looking young with Pledge, with cleansing conditioners. For beautiful wood you won't get with regular dusting. Pledge, for beautiful wood every time you dust.
I love eggs from my head down to my legs.
1989 government research shows eggs have 22% less cholesterol than we thought.
Oh, you gotta love it, the incredible, edible egg.
Christy will continue in a moment.
An electrocution and a suicide convinced Jessica of a calculating killer.
She would have had to pull herself up and put her own head in the noose.
Murder, she wrote. Then, an unsolved murder brings back LA's top PI. You took them down there and performed unspeakable acts. James Garner, The Rockford Files, Sunday.
Attention Northern Exposure viewers, Cicely's new doctor is here. Any piece of new equipment we might need?
Toaster.
All new Northern Exposure Monday. We wanted an adventure.
This is CBS.
What goes great with McDonald's small fries and small Coke? How about McDonald's delicious Filet-O-Fish sandwich? Reel in this new combo for only $1.99. Or have them with our new 6-piece Chicken McNuggets combo for $1.99. Then there's our tasty Daily Double combo for $1.99. And our new Double Cheeseburger combo, only $1.99. McDonald's $1.99 combos, because what you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Come to First Source to extend your financial well-being with people you know and trust.
You'll find the full range of savings and investment services. Everything.
Savings accounts, CDs, insurance, it's all here.
We handle thousands of people's hard-earned savings, one account at a time.
Whether you've got $1 million trust, a $1,000 CD, or a $500 savings.
Because at First Source, we put our partners first. That's you.
Shoppers on your mark, get set. Indiana retailers are ready for you at 11.
I wish Vincent hadn't gone home. You know what his problem is? He's got no faith. That's what. He can give up if he wants. No dumb bird's gonna best the likes out of you and me. Is he? No, Shelby isn't. Look, Sam. This time he's not getting away. But it's just us. How are we gonna catch him by ourselves? I'll tell you how. We're gonna get into this here stream. We're gonna sneak up on him like two old crawdads. He won't see us if we stay real low to the water. Yeah, come on. We're gonna get him this time. No turkey can outsmart us. Yeah. Use that branch for camouflage, so he can't see you. Water's cold. Quit crying, it ain't so bad. Oh, dang, that's cold. Told you. And stay low. I'm trying. Keep that branch up around your face, little girl. I can't see past that branch. There he is. I can't believe it. Give him everything. Come on. Let's get him know everything. Let's go.
Well, you're coming along fine. Much better since my last visit. A few more days, you'll be on your way to Asheville.
That's wonderful news, isn't it, darling?
Of course, you tire easily, and there's still some numbness on your left side. But that's to be expected.
He can't use his arm or move his leg more than a little. When will that get better?
It's difficult to say. The paralysis could remain, or it could improve with time. You might even be able to use a wheelchair someday.
You're saying I'm an invalid.
I'm saying you're lucky, William. You're alive.
His life is going to have to change. William is not the man he used to be.
Don't you think you might be writing your patient off too soon?
And who are you, sir?
I'm Neil McNeil. I'm also a physician. A stroke, as you know, doesn't necessarily mean a living death. There are all kinds of new treatments.
With all due respect, Doctor, William Huddleston is my patient. I'll thank you to keep your opinion to yourself. Goodbye, Julia.
Goodbye, Edward.
Mrs. Huddleston.
You must have patients waiting, Doctor.
Mrs. Huddleston, is there anything I can do for you?
No. Thank you. I'm sorry. I've been so preoccupied. We haven't had a chance to talk. My daughter speaks very highly of you.
I think a lot of her, too.
So her father has told me.
Mrs. Huddleston, I hope you won't think I'm out of place if I tell you something. Christy loves you and her father very much, and she only wants to help.
You're angry with me, aren't you?
I'm trying not to be.
Christy, Edward Brandt has been our family doctor since before you were born. I know he seems cautious.
He has given up on Daddy, and you're letting him.
I love your father. I want to do what's best for him.
Then let Dr. McNeil examine him.
Christy, I will not be spoken to that way.
I have to. I can't stand to see my father like this, and I know you can't either.
You're only a girl. Much too young to understand.
Mama. Look at me. I'm almost 20 years old. I've been living here for a year now. And I've been doing just fine.
Are you? Keeping one man dangling when you obviously have feelings for another?
Dr. McNeil is my friend. I respect his skill and dedication, that's all.
Christy, he may be the best country doctor in the world, but he's still a country doctor.
By choice. He went to a fine medical school in Scotland. He could have gone to any big city and probably been rich and famous, but he chose to practice here because he loves these people. Mama, please. Please let me send for him. What harm could it do?
It could break your father's heart. If Dr. McNeil's treatment didn't work, if your father's hopes were raised only to be crushed, it could kill him. I will not take that risk. I can't. Please don't ask me again.
Off our land, you heathen savage!
Creed Allen, you are an intelligent young man, and yet you persist in saying the most ignorant things. Now look at this land. These mountains. The land that your cabin's built on. Do you know who settled it?
My great-granddaddy.
Before him.
You're gonna say Indians, don't you?
No, sir. Because the Indian does not believe that anyone owns the land. They believe that we are custodians. That we are all supposed to take care of it. Exactly as it says in the Bible. But they were here first, and we run them off.
They were savages.
No, sir. Because we were greedy. 75 years ago, our army came in and forced the Cherokee to move away. 15,000 Cherokee. Now, what would you do if the army came in and forced your whole family to move thousands of miles away?
I'd fight them.
Some of them did fight, and they died. They were courageous but outgunned, so they were forced to leave. But the Cherokee refused to ride in the Army's wagons. They walked those thousands of miles, and thousands of them died on the way. And they called that the Trail of Tears. Some, however, escaped and hid in these mountains, like Billy Long's family.
Then they was cowards.
Creed, he does not believe that.
They was cowards. People wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
Don't you believe him. Don't you believe me either. Believe thine own eyes and ears. Now, Billy Long's a good man. A man you were right to admire. A man that I would be proud to have as a friend. And thee would, too. If they would listen to thy heart.
Working mighty hard, ain't you, preacher? You ought to be praying, not fixing Bob Allen a meal.
Bob didn't need me to pray. He needed a hand here so he and Jed could sell firewood in El Peno.
You helped him cut it. 3 cords worth. I hear you've been doing chores all over the cove.
A few, here and there.
Well, I know folks are obliged. Is there something we could do for you?
Just tell everyone to come to Thanksgiving dinner at the mission.
Yeah, not much food around for Thanksgiving dinner.
No, but at least we'll all be together.
You're lucky I didn't think you were a turkey. Might have shot you.
How'd you know it was me?
No turkey makes that much noise.
Come on! How'd you know? I crept up just like you showed me.
You gotta think like what you're tracking. I thought like you. So, now you want to hunt with me?
Oh, I want to go back to the way things was.
We can't. Corn that died this year can't be brought back to life. That dead corn fertilizes the soil, feeds the new plants that grow in the springtime. You can't go back. But you can go forward. If you're smart enough to think like a Cherokee. Do that.
Is that for the OTL?
Yes.
I've seen him going home from school. Mountie is the one with big eyes, and her older brother always wears his hat.
That's Smith OTL. He says he doesn't feel dressed without it.
They're very poor, aren't they?
I've got to find a way to get her to take these.
Maybe we could take these baskets over together. I'd like to meet Mrs. O'Teal.
You're only saying that to be polite. Now that I'm coming home, it doesn't matter anymore.
I'm sorry you think I'm so heartless.
I don't think you're heartless.
I'm trying to understand, Christy. What hold this place has on you. What it is about these people. Won't you let me try? You are my child. Your dreams do matter to me.
Well, it won't be like a tea party in Asheville.
I didn't think it would be.
My mother had never been anywhere like the O'Teal cabin. I wondered if she could take it. The stench was overwhelming, exactly like my first visit to the O'Teals. I thought my mother might faint, but she didn't.
Oh, my.
Teacher, nice to see you. Excuse the mess. My boys brought back their share of Miss Henderson's hunt.
Swanee, this is my mother, Julia Huddleston. Mama, this is Swanee O'Teal.
I'm delighted to meet you.
Appreciate you bringing them baskets, but we can't keep them.
Please, they're for Thanksgiving from the mission to everyone in Cove.
Christy, we can't.
This tea is delicious. Is it dandelion?
It's elder blossom. It is good to drink, and it's good to wash in if you have a rash or the scrofula.
Fascinating. Now, where would you find elder blossoms this time of year? In Carolina, elder blooms June or July.
What they do here, too. I pick them then and dry them. I got bunches yonder hanging on the line. Come on, I'll show you. Here's coals, too, but now not near as good as dogwood bark does. This here's elder blossom, and this in here is hound's tongue.
You certainly know your plants.
Oh, my granny, she had something for a cure for every ailment. She had hound's tongue for the cough, and salsify for bellyache, and sassafras for the ague.
You know, this kind of learning is precious, worth far more than beans and cornmeal, but I'd be so grateful if you'd trade us. Well, I could ask 100 questions.
Well, I reckon I can do that.
I'd underestimated my mother. She soothed Swanee's pride as gently as Fairlight would have.
Are you going away?
Yes. I have to go home and help take care of my father.
Are you going forever?
I don't know. I hope not.
I love you, teacher.
I love you, Maddie.
Hello, ladies. Patient from Low Gap paid me in gingerbread. I couldn't possibly eat it all before it goes stale, so who wants some? Yeah. You take that. You boys can split.
I drew you this, Doc. The first thing I seen after you fixed my eyes.
Dr. McNeil saved Becky's sight. She had trachoma and he invented a new treatment.
It's beautiful, Becky. I'll treasure it always.
Dr. McNeil, I know I have no right to ask this, but I'd appreciate it if you would examine my husband and give us your opinion.
I'll come by first thing tomorrow.
Not exactly the heavyweight champion, am I?
I've seen worse. I can't promise you'll be able to box 10 rounds with Jack Johnson, although I do see room for progress here.
I knew it.
A stroke is like a stone passing through the brain. It wreaks havoc with one part, but the other parts can be retrained to take over. Exercises will help it along.
Dr. Brandt never mentioned that.
Well, those doctors of the old school who don't believe in physical therapy, they believe once the damage is done that it's irreparable. I, however, believe that the brain can be retaught, control the muscles, so that the paralysis can be reversed.
How? How long?
It's hard to say. It will not be easy. A lot depends on the strength of your will. If it's anything like your daughter's, we should be seeing progress soon.
My father could get better. Neil could help him. My prayers have been answered. But joy wasn't the only emotion I was feeling.
Why do you look so sad?
I have to go back to Asheville. My mother needs me.
I know. Alice told me. You've done a lot of good here, Christy. I know we've had our differences from time to time, but I've got to give credit where it's due.
I'm fine. All that matters now is getting my father better and making sure the people of the Cove have what they need to survive.
Sorry to see you go.
I miss you too.
Get up and at 'em Friday, because JCPenney opens extra early for store-wide doorbuster savings. Save an additional 10% on select sale items between 7:30 and 11 a.m. Friday only during the after-Thanksgiving sale at JCPenney.
With steadfast stare, the people cry, brave future, new world. Time that goes by, the touch, the feel, the fabric of our lives. The touch, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives.
People, they climb in with cold feet, then sing.
Oh, I hear you, but I got men leaving toothpaste all over me.
And then they use soft scrub. I mean, it cleans up one mess, but can leave another.
Oh, gritty residue.
Takes so long to rinse away.
They gotta try new Dow Smart Scrub. Smart Scrub has 100% water-soluble baking soda, so it cleans as well without the gritty residue.
Smart.
Dow Smart Scrub Cleanser with baking soda.
Smart enough to clean up after itself.
When we asked two-time Indy winner Emerson Fittipaldi to be involved in the development of the Chrysler Cirrus, it wasn't to have him help sell the car. It was to have him help refine it. He pushed it to the limits around the track. He made suggestions. The engineers listened. The engineers made suggestions, and he listened. The result of this collaboration is a specially modified double wishbone suspension system unlike any other on the road today. The Chrysler Cirrus. It's not just a step above. It's the new plateau.
This is a MasterCard, okay? Doesn't make you special. Actually, maybe it does. I mean, right now, the Master Values program can save you up to 25% on all kinds of stuff. You just get the Master Values coupon thingy from your statement, go to one of the stores on the list and say, hey, I got a MasterCard, how about a deal? And they'll say, for you, no problem. So I guess MasterCard really does mean you're special. Just don't let it go to your head. MasterCard, it's more than a credit card, it's smart money.
Look in your store for even more Master Values coupons and special offers from Counter to Dry.
Get up and at 'em Friday, because JCPenney opens extra early for store-wide doorbuster savings. Save an additional 10% on select sale items between 7:30 and 11 a.m. Friday only during the after-Thanksgiving sale at JCPenney.
She's the most watched woman in the world.
Thank you. That's enough.
But you've never seen her like this. Exclusive footage.
Joe had categorically stated to her that he didn't love her.
And secrets from a palace insider. A special edition of Eye to Eye with Connie Chung. Next.
Saturday.
Surrogate motherhood. Who's gonna step forward and volunteer?
Which Mrs. Buchanan will have Delilah's baby?
May I come in? Uh-oh.
Then, do real men join the ballet?
No way. We're gonna stand on a stage wearing tree limbs on our heads.
I could show you some sturdy adult men.
All new Hearts of Fire and the 5 Mrs. Buchanan Saturday.
Next week, Under Suspicion on a New Night. Following Due South next Thursday.
The next days almost flew by. Between helping Dr. McNeil with my father and teaching school, I didn't have time to think about leaving the mission. But it was on my mind just the same.
5 more times. You're a tough man, McNeil. No tougher than you.
You didn't sleep either?
We each have our worries, I reckon.
Have you seen Miss Alice?
She's left every morning before dawn to go hunting.
I'd been avoiding Miss Alice. I couldn't talk to her about leaving. I knew my father needed me, but I still felt that I was letting Miss Alice down.
You could catch her tomorrow, if you wanted.
What kept you awake, Philip?
I had this dream.
A nightmare?
No. It's the best dream I ever had. I was out walking in the woods, and I seen this quail. And it was like she wanted me to follow her. So I did, to this place I'd never been. And when I got there, all my worries was gone.
Why? What did you find?
I don't know. That's what I can't remember. I stayed up all night. I think it had something to do with our reading lessons. I think I could find the place where I first seen the quail. All morning something's been telling me to go there. Would you care to take one last walk with me?
I wouldn't miss it.
This might be it. I don't know. We've come so far. Maybe I just want it to be.
Before. Do they taste good?
Yeah, when they're ripe like this, you can make breads and preserves and jams and all kinds of things that people can eat. Or sell. To rich folk in Knoxville at Christmas time.
There's enough here for the whole cove. All we have to do is organize the women. Fearlight. This could be the difference. The extra food and money people need to get through.
It's like manna from heaven.
Just like that story we read in the Bible.
Full grown.
Why so high?
You found him. Be off with the crack of the guns. Aim where it'll fly.
That's a prize turkey I ever did see.
This little brother gave himself to keep us alive. We must thank him. Wadu.
Wadu.
We ask your permission to take your body into ours, to enrich us. Wadu.
Wadu.
Gentlemen, I do believe that I have finally found the use for which this turkey call was intended. The pester in Catalicci, who loaned it to me, is apparently unable to tell the difference between a turkey and a goose. However, none of our cats can hold a candle to this marvel of a turkey brought in by Mr. Creed Allen. And so this saddle now passes from one good man to another. Congratulations.
This is yours as much as mine. And seeing you got a horse, you take it for a while.
Want to learn to ride bareback? Like an Indian?
Yes, sir. Hands off our saddle!
Miss Huddleston, I feel as if I have not seen you in weeks.
We've both been very busy. Fairlight and I found a grove of persimmons today. There's enough for each family in the cove to eat or sell.
Well done. I was not mistaken in thee, Christy. Thee has been a shining light for this mission.
Miss Alice, you have been so good to me. Please don't be angry at me for leaving.
Did they think I was angry? They haven't a choice. Thy family needs thee.
I know. And, I love my father. And I want to see him get better more than anything.
But he does not want to go home. And that makes you feel like a bad daughter.
I haven't finished my work here. I haven't even begun. It's all a failure.
It is not, Miss Huddleston. I just saw Mountie O'Teal tying her new shoes. That's not a failure. Nor is Ruby May's newfound confidence, nor Zadie Spencer discovering mathematics. You have succeeded with those children. And thee has planted a seed in all the others that will bloom someday beyond thy wildest imagining. Thee has brought knowledge and joy here. Thee has not failed.
I was grateful to Miss Alice, but I didn't feel very joyful. As each day passed, the more I dreaded saying goodbye. How could I leave the mission? How could I leave my children? I prayed for a miracle and got more than I asked for.
There. That should keep the weather out.
How can you feel like sprucing things up when Miss Christy's leaving?
This is how I want her to remember us, Ruby May. Bright and shining, and looking our best.
Everything we could find to keep it together. Even some old long johns.
You done a lot of hard work.
And not just lately. We're obliged. And we reckon this here bill means something to you, preacher.
No more than what you've done. Thank you. All of you.
Hip hip! Hooray! 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 Hip hip! Hooray!
Here's my friend. Really long?
Long feather.
The holiday finally arrived. Our Thanksgiving pageant was at last performed. The Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock, and once again, brave Miles Standish wooed the fair Priscilla. To our great delight, the people of Cutter Gap did gather together at the mission to celebrate Thanksgiving. Among them were the Huddlestons, my mother and father. Daddy.
I still fall down like a baby.
It doesn't matter. You're getting better and you're going to get well.
I agree, Doctor. The prognosis is very good.
Thanks to my two drill sergeants here. And you?
Oh, my goodness. Dr. McNeil, we'll never be able to thank you enough. You gave him back to us.
Now, your mother has something she wants to tell you.
Christy, your father's coming along so well, it doesn't seem fair for you to have to leave now.
Are you sure?
It's a Thanksgiving gift from us to you.
I love you.
For the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise.
I had so much to be thankful for. The mission, the children, my friends, and my parents, who loved me enough to let me follow my heart. That was the sweetest gift of all.
Lord of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise.
My dear friends, we gather to give thanks to God for his many blessings. May this bountiful food nourish our bodies, and may we serve and love each other in all that we do. Amen. Amen. Doctor, when you wish.
With trusting eyes